starting to smell. Many streets are lined with piles and piles of trash, some so big they're taller than people. Let's go to our Dan Snyder. Dan, that is a massive pile of trash. We can't even see you with all of this in our camera.
Yeah, Aziza, I'm here. I promise. I'm actually downwind of the trash, maybe the worst place you could possibly be. But just wanted to give you a visual representation of how high the trash has piled up here at Princeton and Hawthorne in Mayfair. This has accumulated throughout the day, going up and up and up. Now, I can tell you, within the last hour, a Philly Police Department officer and a member of the Streets Department has actually come out here. They're directing people away from here, telling them to go to State Road and Ashburner. That's one of the convenience centers, so nobody else can continue to build this up as they look for ways to get it cleaned up. And, you know, we can bring you the visuals. We can show you how high this has come up. What we can't bring you is the smell. We'll let the people who were here do that for you.
The stench is unbelievable.
It wasn't nice in the car because of the smell, but it's not fun.
Trash continues to pile up and up and up at the corner of Princeton and Hawthorne in Mayfair. Most people who stopped by today abandoned the dumpster or were unwilling to navigate their way around the heaping mounds of garbage to get there.
No, actually it's grown. In like the past couple of days, it's grown so much.
It's just going to keep piling up, piling up. We're going to have rats here tonight like this.
Patrick Glynn lives down the road from the drop site.
This is what you see, and it's going to get worse and worse.
And Frank Copley lives across the street.
It's frustrating what they're doing to the city.
The two men say one of their biggest frustrations as they watch this trash pile up, seeing people dump seemingly anything and everything.
And people are leaving furniture, beds, TVs.
They're just coming here and dumping. Contractors. I've seen people doing lawn, landscaping stuff thrown out here. I've seen the whole 9 yards.
Neighbors also pointed out that this city drop-off site sits about 50 yards from Mayfair Elementary, a school that is still hosting kids in summer programs. People in the area questioned the placement of the dumpster here.
They got 2 football fields, parking lot. Why did they have to put it in the middle of the sidewalk?
This is nothing but failed leadership, ladies and gentlemen. And as the problems pile up in all of these blue cities and their inability to manage a budget effectively, this is why it's important for you to vote and why you need to participate not only in the next national election, as I see so many black people sit there and say, oh man, our vote don't count. Oh man, that's why I'm not voting. It matters on a national level, and it certainly matters a lot more on a local level. But nobody wants to get involved. And so now you got Mayor Cheryl Parker that is over there in Philadelphia, and they don't know how to manage the budget. They can't get these guys a raise that actually does the sanitation. And so they've hired outside contractors to put these dumpsters, and then people are overfilling them up. Now think about this for a second. I think Philadelphia has like 2.5 or 2.6 million people within the city alone, okay? Within the city alone. Now, you put 66 dumpster sites because this is what their solution is. Their solution, while these guys are on strike, is to hire outside companies to put dumpsters and then have the people come and throw their trash. Obviously, you see that that's not working because people are dumb and they don't know how to manage themselves and they turn into idiots. So the people then bring their trash and dump them. Now, they take no regard for the neighborhood. They take no regard for the rodents and the rats and the roaches and all of this stuff. And so the city solution, or the leadership, which I believe that every leader needs to be a business person before they ever start having conversations about whether or not they know how to manage a city with billions of dollars in a budget. The city leadership said that, okay, well, since they on strike and we can't figure out how to pay these people, we going to hire outside companies and make that a part of the budget. We going to balloon the budget, and then we going to have the people come and bring their stuff into the dumpsters. 66 sites. Now, you have a bigger problem on your hands, and they can't even manage sanitation inside of the city. They can't even figure out how to get people to dump their trash the right way. And the smell and the stench is unbearable. It is absolutely unbearable. I was talking to one of my guys. I was at the meetup this weekend, and I was asking him, because he's actually living in Philadelphia and he flew down to DC in order to kick it with us at the meetup, and I was asking him what it was like over there on the ground, and he said it was absolutely unbearable, and he feels bad for anybody that are in these neighborhoods that obviously have to subject themselves to people driving from all over the city in order to throw their trash into the street, allegedly into the dumpsters and into the streets.
Jennifer, already having a big impact on so many neighborhoods. What are you seeing out there?
Yeah, I mean, very similar. This dumpster is overflowing. It has, gone past the brim here, and you can see the overflowing garbage on the sides as well. And as it stands, definitely smells like garbage, but every time someone decides to throw one of the garbage bags and add it to the top, there is a waft of that, garbage smell that you can really start to smell as people come along here. But, a lot of people have been stopping by, some who are just carrying bags of trash, now they're just kind of dumping it right beside the dumpster. So a lot of people just
monkey see, monkey do, y'all.
Frustrated by this experience. And a lot of people who I spoke to also saying they will not be taking for granted trash service and the people who do the job.
I think it's a little ridiculous because trash is like a non-negotiable.
Up and down residential streets in Philadelphia, the trash was taken out but never picked up.
Honestly, just makes it super congested as well with everybody that's walking around and smelly, of course.
The city's largest municipal workers union, District Council 33, went on strike as soon as the clock struck midnight July 1st. Its 9,000 members work across city service departments, but the most visible impact so far are the sanitation workers on strike.
I was bummed because we had a lot of trash outside our house.
The city set up over 60 temporary drop-off sites like this one on 18th and Catherine Streets.
Bringing it for the elderly neighbors that can't really walk it over.
Some walked blocks with garbage bags in hand, while others pulled up and pulled out trash bags from their trunks.
This is ridiculous. There was no plan.
Ryan Thornburg and his neighbors in Graduate Hospital worry a mountain of garbage will attract unwanted pests.
They just told us to bring the trash to a corner. They didn't have the dumpster until, an hour ago? Pay the workers. This is ridiculous. Now we live next to a dump?
We don't have problems with rodents or anything like that on this block. So I'm hoping they'll do just like what they say.
Neighbors were told the dumpster will be emptied tonight, but what they'd really like to see is a new contract so the DC 33 strike can be over.
But I think it's really embarrassing because a lot of people are going to come to the city this week and there's going to be a ton of trash everywhere.
Solve it. Get it done.
It's hot. It's going to be smelly, but we'll survive.
Yes, it is definitely smelly. And like I said, every time someone throws a bag of trash, the smell just gets even stronger. The city is urging people not to leave their trash on their curbs. And if they're going to stop by one of these temporary drop-off sites, to do it on your trash day. Don't do it whenever you like. They're trying to set some boundaries at this point. And Jason, a lot of frustration from people as they come by here. And many people, again, just hoping that a contract is met soon.
Yeah.
Again, this is nothing but failed leadership, in my opinion, from the Democrats. And it's unfortunate because when you can't even get basic city services like trash pickup taken care of, then I don't think that you deserve to even have your job. If you were in corporate America, you would be fired immediately. You would be looked at as trash. I'm not even sure that an executive search firm would even consider you for another position. And you would have to take whatever your pay package is and just kind of make it work and then just get a regular job or get a consulting job. But again, failed leadership. I feel bad for you people over there in Philadelphia. I hope y'all can get this resolved sooner rather than later, because the longer that this happens, the worse things will be. Let me know what y'all think inside of the chat. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. T. Chanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. And the best day to join the Patreon is the beginning of the month. Let me know what y'all think inside of the chat.